So we will go for simplify the following search. So what you have to do over here is you have to look that whether you can convert this search into simplified version. So for example, data. So this is root 27. Okay, so root 27 can I write in this form 9 into 3, right? So this I can also write as root 9 into root 3, right? Because I can do the multiplication of two irrational numbers. So root 9 into root 3 will be equal to root 27, right? So I can write in this form also. But what I know is 9 is a perfect square, right? So I can write this in the form of 3 root 3, right? So this is the simplified form of the root 27. Okay, so you have to reduce your number and make sure that it will be in simplified form. Okay, for example, in case of root 50, can I write root 50 in this form 25 into 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Because 25 into 2 will be 50, right? So again I can write it in this form. So 25 into, this is sign of into, okay, 2, right? So this will be equal to 25 is a perfect square, so I can write in this form 5, right? So this will be 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 will be simplified form of root 50. Now tell me the simplified form of root 250. Yes, anyone? So basically you have to factorize the number which is present in under root sign. Okay, and then what you have to do is you have to look for the perfect square, so that you can transfer that number outside your square root form. Okay, and that will be the simplified form of your given search. Okay, yes. So what are the factors of 250? So 25 into 10, yes. So this will be 5 root 10. It should be 5 root 10. Now do the next one. Tell me the answer of this. What are the factors of 112 and also root 168? Factorize 112.
2 root 28.
It should be 2 root 28. It should be 4 root 7. So what are the factors of 112? Okay. So if you divide, it will be like this. 8 into 7 into 2. I can write, so basically I can write 16 sevens. Okay. So 16 into root 7, right? Now 16 is a perfect square, so I can write in this form. So this should be 4 root 7. Now tell me the next one. You have to simplify this search. Simplify the following search. This one. So simplify the following search. So what you have to do is you have to factorize the number which is present under root. So you have to let's suppose you have root 27. So first of all you have to factorize this and look for the perfect square. So the factors of root 27 will be 9 into 3, right? So I can write in this form root 9 into root 3. Okay, but 9 is a perfect square, right? So I can write it in this form. So the answer will be 3 root 3. So this is the simplified version of your root 27. So this is how you have to solve. And now tell me the answer of this. So what you have to do is you have to find out the simplified form. So what you are going to do is the number which is present over here, you have to factorize this number. So if I factorize 50, I will get something like this. 25 into 2, I can factorize it further, but if you see 25 is a perfect square, we need to look for the perfect squares. So I can write it in this form. So 25 root 25 into root 2, right? Because anyways I'm going to get root 25 into root 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Root 25 into root 2 will be equal to root 50. Okay, so since 25 is a perfect square, I can write it down in this form 5. This will come out of the square root form, right? Because 25 is a perfect square. Yes, so 5 root 2 will be simplified form of root 50. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now do this one, 168. So the root 168, we will solve this one. Okay, so the factors of factors of 168 will be, yes, tell me, what are the factors of 168? Yes, so this will be 3 into 4 into 7 into 2, right? So here if you see, only 4 is the number which is the perfect square. Okay, so only 4 will come outside this square root form, and rest will be stay in the square root form. So this will be 2 root 42. So we will move to next part. Now compare the following pair of surds. So if someone asks you to compare these two types of irrational numbers, so it will be very difficult to know which one is greater and which one is smaller. So what you have to do is you have to compare these surds with which one is greater one and which one is smaller one, or are they or are those surds or are those irrational numbers are equal. So what you have to do is you have to first convert it into same form, so that you will be able to understand which one is greater, which one is smaller, or are those two surds are equal. So what I am going to do is, see, this is 7 into root 2, right? I have to compare these two. So I will convert this two form into surd form. See, these are the simplified version of surds. So I will convert it into only surds form. So this will be, can I write it in this form, 2 into 49? Because the 49 is a perfect square, and the square root of 49 is nothing but your 7. Or wait, I can write it in this form. So 7 root 2. Okay, so can I write root 49 into root 2? Yes, because 49 is a perfect square and the square root of 49 will be 7. So this is equal to this. Yes, yes, am I right? You have to write in this form, 49 into 2. So this will be equal to how much? 98. Yes. So this is one surd. You have to convert other one in the same form. Wait. So now you have 5 root 3, correct? Now can I write in this form, root 25 into root 3? It will be same, right? So I can write it in this form, 25 into 3. So this will be root 75, right? So if I want to compare these two surds, this will be like One is root 98 and other one is root 75. So which one is greater? This should be greater, right? Because this number is greater. Therefore, the square root of 91 should be greater than the square root of 75. Correct?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
if you see square root of 4 is how much? 2. And square root of 2 is how much? 1.41, right? So that means square root of 4 is greater than the square root of 2. Same case is applied over here. So you have to convert this form into this form, one third form, okay? So that you will be able to compare those two surds. So here this is simple. So this one should be greater, right? Because this number is greater than this one, right? Now tell me the next one. What about next one? Which one is greater? 2 root 7 is greater or root 28 is greater? Yes.
Ma'am, both are equal because if we take 2's square,
And both are 2 raised to 2 root 7.
So this will be 7 into 4. So this will be root 28. Okay. What about this? So this will be 125. First one. What about next one? 98. Root 98. So this one is greater. That means 5 root 5 is greater than 7 root 2. Right? Yes, everyone. Are you
Yes, ma'am.
getting this?
yes, ma'am.
Which one is greater?
And 4 root 42 is greater than 9 root 2.
Very good. Now tell me the next one. Which one is greater? So basically it's a tricky question. So since 9 is not in the under root form, right? That means if you want to convert it in the third form, you should write in this way. Okay, and about this will be root 3 into 25. So that will be root 75. So this one is greater, no? So 9 should be greater than 5 root 3. Understood? Now tell me the next one. Yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat? I didn't understand.
Yes, sure. So see, if you see 9 is in the form of rational number, it's not an irrational number. If you want to convert 9 into irrational form, what you will do is you will write root 81 in this square, you will write 9 in this form, root 81 form, because the answer of this is 9, right? So this is the third form of your rational number 9, and if you want to convert this into your normal third, then it will be the square of 5 will be 25, right? And into 3. So you can write in this form root 25 into 3. So this will be root 75. Now if you see, root 75 should be smaller than root 81. So that means root 9 is greater than 5 root 3. Understood? Now
Yes,
tell me
ma'am.
the next one. Welcome. Tell me the next one. Yes. Here also 7 is in the form of rational number. You have to convert it into irrational number form. So this will be root 49, right? And about this 5 into 4, it should be 5 into 4, right? So this will be root 20. So root 49 will be greater than root 20, no? So
Yes, ma'am.
7 should be greater than root 25. 2 root 5. Have you understood now why 7 is greater
Yes,
than
ma'am.
2 root 5? Okay.
Yes.
Now we will do next one. Okay. I hope everyone understood. Yes. Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you
ma'am.
have to simplify
ma'am.
this. So I guess this one is easy. Here you have like surds. As we have discussed earlier, we can add like surds.
Yes, ma'am.
So
13
what will
root
be
3.
Yes, very good. What about next? Now here if you see, you have to convert this number into simplified form of root 25. So that you will get all the like surds and then you have to add and subtract. So tell me the answer of this.
10 root 5.
So we will solve this one. Okay. So for those who did not understood what we are doing, I'm solving this for you. Okay. So what I know, if I have these two are like surds, right? So I can easily add this. So answer of this will be 13 root 3. Now in this case, the first two are like surds. So I can subtract this two. So the answer of these two will be 5 root 5. Okay. Now what about root 125? Root 125 is not like surd. Root 5 and root 25. So I have to convert this into simplest form. So the simplest form of this will be how much? So I need to factorize 125. So this will be 25 5s are root 25. Right? So this will be 5 root 5. Since 25 is a perfect square, it will come outside the square root sign. So it will be 5 root 5 again. So the addition of these two, because these two are like surd, I can add those two. So this will be 10 root 5. So answer of second one is 10 root 5. So those who have given this answer, very good. Now solve next one. Now in next case, again you have to simplify this 2 and try to convert it into root 3 form, which is the simplest form. So what will be the factors of 48? Yes.
And 3.
Yes, very good. So this will be 16 and 3. So 16 is a perfect square, so it will come outside. So 7 4s are 28 root 3. So this will be 28
3 root
3 minus 3 root 3 minus root 3. So this will be 28 minus
28 root 3 minus 4 root 3.
Okay. So 28 minus 3 will be 25 root 3, and 25 root 3 minus root 3 will be equal to 24 root 3. So the answer of this will be 24 root 3. Okay. Yes. Next one. This one is easy, but here you have to make sure the denominator of each number is equal. So first you have to make denominator equal. So this will be 5 root 7 minus 3 root 7 plus 10 root 7 on 5. So this will be 2 plus 10 will be 12. 12 root 7 by 5. So this will be the answer of this one. Okay, understood everyone? Yes. Now this is the simplest one. What you have to do is you have to convert it into normal search form. So this will be 9 12s are how much? 108, right? So if you convert it into simplest form, this will be, sorry, so this will be 12 9s are how much? 108. So 108 into 18 you have to do. Okay, so do it. So this will be your homework. So you just need to multiply these two and that will be your answer. And if you want to, you can convert it into simplified form. Okay, same is the case for this, this and this. So take a screenshot of this and this will be your homework. And about this, what you have to do is 98 by 2. So how much? This will be this will be equal to 7. So answer of this is 7. In same way you have to divide this two. So this is 125 on 50. So this is 5 upon 2. So root 5 upon 2. Same is the case for this and this. So this is your homework. These two questions will be your homework. So take a screenshot and this will be your homework. Okay. So we will do next one. So now what do you mean by rationalization? Okay, rationalization of irrational number. So what you have to do is you have to convert irrational number into rational form. So rationalization of surd. If the product of two surds is a rational number, each surd is called as rationalizing factor of other surd. If surd root 2 is multiplied by root 2, we get root 2 into root 2, root 4, which is a perfect square. So you can write it down root 4 in the form of 2, which is a rational number. So basically what we are doing over here is we are converting this irrational form of number into rational form by just multiplying its rationalizing factor. So you have to multiply the number, you have to multiply it with this same number so that you will get something like this. So this will be root 4 and root 4 is a perfect square. So that's why I will get this as 2, which is the rational form of this surd. Understood? So root 2 will be the rationalizing factor which will convert this irrational form or this surd form into rationalized numbers. Got it? So this is how we can rationalize the number. But wait. Now here multiply 2 root 8. So I am getting 16. Okay. So 16 is the perfect square. Again, so root 8 is rationalizing factor of root 2, because here also I am getting root 16 as my answer, which is a perfect square, so that I can convert so perfect square, so that the answer of this will be 4, right? And 4 is a rational number. So again I can say root 2 is also rationalizing factor, but other than root 2, root 8 is the rationalizing factor of root 2. So basically you can choose the number after multiplying with that number to the irrational form, we can convert it into the rational form, and that number by which we are multiplying is a rationalizing factor. We need to rationalize the denominator. Now I hope you must remember, when you are when you are converting your any fraction form into another form, you have to make sure that the original number should remain the same. The original number should not get hampered. So when you are rationalizing denominator, what we do is we have to look for the rationalizing factor. Okay. Now in this case, if you see, this is root 5. I need to look for the rationalizing factor of root 5. Now what I know, if I multiply root 5 with root 5, this will become root 25, and root 25 is a perfect square, so I can write it in this form. So root 5 is the rationalizing factor of root 5, so I will consider this now. But when you are considering any fraction, when you are rationalizing your denominator, make sure that your original fraction won't get changed. So what we are going to do is we are going to multiply it by rationalizing factor, and also going to divide it by rationalizing factor. So we are going to multiply it by 1 by root 5 by root 5 and root 5. Okay, now if you see, root 5 into root 5 will be 5 and 1 into root 5 will be 5. If you again want to change into this form, what you have to do is you have to just take a root 5 as common. This will be in this form, right? And this will get cancelled, and again I will get my original form. So that's why we multiplied and divide with the same rationalizing factor, because we don't want to affect our original fraction. So you need to remember this. Okay, so this is for the single, if you have single number in the denominator. What if I have some mathematical operation in the denominator, or I have some pair of or binomial number, irrational number in the denominator? Now what do you mean by binomial? So there must be two terms in the denominator. So what if something like this appear in the denominator? So I need to rationalize this. So something like this. Suppose this is the example, 1 upon root 3 minus root 5. So in this case, what will be the rationalizing factor of this? So we need to consider this binomial. We need to consider a binomial factor which will rationalize this. So if you remember this a square minus b square formula, what we get? Expansion of this, a plus b, a minus b, right? So we need to use same formula for this to rationalize this. So see, for that what you have to do is, so you need to find out the conjugate pair. So what do you mean by conjugate pair? So if you have something like this in your denominator, and if they ask you to rationalize the denominator, you need to find out its conjugate pair. So conjugate pair means the pair with different sign. So see, here you have minus sign, here you have plus sign. So what you have to do is you have to multiply this number by its conjugate pair on so you have to multiply it to the numerator also and denominator also. By numerator and denominator, because this will get cancelled and I will get my original fraction. So you cannot hamper your original fraction by convert it into rationalized form. So make sure that you are multiplying it to the numerator also and denominator also. So after that, this is a plus b form and this is a minus b form. So can I write it in this form, a square minus b square form? Yes, because this will be the expansion of this. This is a plus b and this is a minus b, right? So the answer of this will be 1 into root 5 plus root 3 will be remain as it is, and the square of this will be 5 minus 3. So this will become root 5 plus root 3 upon 2. So you have rationalized your denominator from this to this. So this is how you have to rationalize your denominator. We will see the next example. So now in this case also, you need to look for your denominator. So this is what is present in your denominator. So you need to look for its conjugate pair. So what is conjugate pair of this? So 3 root 2 minus 5 is the conjugate pair of 3 root 2 plus root 5. So what you have to do next is you have to multiply by this to the numerator and denominator of this fraction, and then you will get this. Wait. So if you see, you have to multiply this number, this bracket, and this is a plus b, and this is a minus b form. So that means a square minus b square form, right? And if you multiply this, 8 3s are 24 root 2 and 8 root 5, and here the square of 3 will be 9 and the square of root 2 will be 2. So 9 2s are 18 and square of root 5 will be 5. So this is what you get in the denominator. So you have rationalized your denominator from this to this. So this is how you have to solve. Okay, just do it fast and solve the first example. Now this one, just tell me the answer of this. This one you have to solve. You have to rationalize the denominator of this one. So see, what you have to do is, so you have something like this. Okay, now you need to rationalize this. So you need to find out the conjugate pair of this number. So what will be the conjugate pair? The conjugate pair of this is root 7 minus root 2. Since I have plus sign over here, the sign will be minus over here, and I need to multiply by this conjugate pair to the numerator and the denominator. So this is what I will get, root 2. Okay, so the answer of this will be 1 into this bracket will be root 7 minus root 2, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is nothing but a plus b and a minus b form.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this will be square of root 7
Plus
minus
square
square root of
minus
square of root 2, right?
yes,
So
ma'am.
this will be equal to root 7 minus root 2 upon the square of root 7 is 7 minus 2, right? So this will be root 7 minus root 2 upon 5. So 5 will be the denominator of this. Got it? So
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
how you have to solve.